Get me that 6. We need more power.
Guys, sort of. Okay. I'll give you guys the explanation. All right, you have your stations. We got sensors and weapons. We have engineering. We have helm and shields. Well, first we should start with the game objective. Game objective: blow each other up. Okay, we got that out of the way.
It's not cooperative.
It's team on team. So you three are trying to blow up these three.
That's a good start.
Yep. All right. So, first station, we have our fellows in the middle here, our engineers. On your engineering board, you see these die faces. Those coordinate to the different areas that your guys are going to be working on trying to get stuff done. So, engineer is going to be delegating those, rolling those dice, rolling. As soon as he gets one that somebody needs, he's going to delegate that dice. So, say we got a 5. He's gonna, our helm guy needs to go somewhere. He's going to delegate that 5 to that helm guy. As soon as he gets that 1 die, he can start rolling 1 die here. If you delegate some 3 dice, he can roll all 3.
As soon as he rolls that die, does he give that up?
No, he doesn't give it up until he actually locks it in.
Okay.
So that's how it works for all the stations. You get the power, you can roll that many dice, and once you lock it in, you give it back to engineering. You have your helm. This is what makes you go. So your helm dice have arrow faces. So your arrow, you're always going to move at least 1 forward. Your turns, your left and right turns are going to be 1 and rotate or 1 and rotate.
That's the same hex.
So that's a U-turn. So you're going to go up 1 and do a full 180. And then the double arrow is 2 ahead.
But does this mean you move into the next hex? Or
No, you only go 1 and turn.
So you're only moving 1 hex at a time.
There is a double forward hex.
That one, 2 arrows.
Okay, except for that.
Yeah, except for that. Yeah, otherwise, you're only moving 1. So, and you have to lock in all 3 slots before you start moving the ship. Once you move the ship, you clear them off and you start over.
Okay.
Your shields. You only have 3 shield dice, so use them carefully. The pip faces on the shields coordinate to the sides of the ship. There's a side, looks like kind of a pan of bacon or something when we're describing it. Ignore that, that's considered a reroll as far as the expansion is coming up. Your shields will get allocated into each space. And you can keep rolling, so as long as you have a dice. So if you had a 4 dice in here, you can keep rolling that 1 shield dice until you get the one you want. Once it gets locked in, so hey, I need shields on this side, then you give that die back.
What 4? Where's the 4? Oh, it's here.
Yeah. And it's also on the engineers.
Okay. 1, 2, where's 3?
3 is tractor beams. We're not playing with those, but it adds an extra level of complexity for running the demos. So shields, and shields are going out at 45 degrees from your your square. 45, that's your front arc, side arc, so forth and so on. If somebody runs it right up the line, we'll pretty much gets resolved based on which side is more shield. Okay. Your sensors. So sensors, you got 2 sides to your sensors. You got your target locks. That's to overcome distance and the jams that the other guy is running, and that's your jams. That's your jamming the other guy's sensors trying to hit you. On those dice, there's doubles and singles, and then there's also the star. The star, like the bacon symbol, is for a future expansion. So just ignore it, reroll. You can lock those in as appropriate. Weapons. You have your torpedo fire. Here's your handy-dandy arc of fire. So, arc of fire is the front, is 1 row ahead, 3 spaces, and it goes out from there. So if you're in the same square, you can't shoot at each other.
But can you shoot off angle then? Like can you hit that?
If it follows that, it goes out. So it goes out that arc of fire.
So it's 90 degrees.
But only these hexes, or
no,
all
so
this guy could hit this guy?
Yeah, theoretically. You probably want to overcome the distance.
Okay.
But I'll explain combat in a second. You have to build, so your weapons guy is going to be building your torpedo. He's got to build the 3 sections of the torpedo loaded in. Now when he fires, if he has 2 torpedoes loaded, he can call one torpedo or 2 torpedoes, but he's got whatever he calls, that's what we're going to fire. You also have forward and aft torpedoes, so you can load them either in the front or in the back. So combat. Once your weapons guy's ready to fire, call something out, but call it on something specific, so we don't get confused with people telling people to shoot and do this and that and never. So what most people have been doing is fire torpedo or fire torpedo forward or 2 torpedo forward. Call what they're shooting.
We can't make $70 to $60 game.
Yes. So if you have 2 loaded, you can decide whether you're shooting 1 or 2, and there's benefits.
You got Verona.
All right. So combat. So say we're back shooting here. We got 4 locks there. Say we've got 2 jams. So the way in order to hit the ship, you have to overcome the distance and the number of jams. It has to be. So he's got 4 target locks. So he's got to overcome 1, 2. Distances are diagonal. We're not going diagonal. So 1, 2. 3, 4 is what he's got to meet or beat that number. He meets that number, so his torpedo will hit. Now, because we're shooting down the side, it's going to go to this whichever side's more shielded. Now, again, just using the display here. So if he had a shield in the front, that would hit. But now he's got to see if he penetrates the shield. In order to see if he penetrates the shield and does damage, he's got to roll. If he just gets a missile symbol, it doesn't do anything. If he gets a blast symbol, that will penetrate 1 shield and do damage. And we had 2 shields there, you'd have to roll the double symbol to penetrate. If you penetrate, you do 1 damage. Damage comes out in engineering dice. They go on the board. So if it's 3, it's not hittable.
But you take the shields out when you hit them?
Yes. If you hit, whether you successfully penetrates or not, all shield and that arc go away.
All shield?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you got 2 torpedoes, they got a full ram of 3 in there. Your weapons guy can fire 1, 3 other shields and start rolling real quick to get another target lock to, one run right down the pipe. Yeah, everything's going on all at the same time.
So with the engineer, so okay, take for example, okay, I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm like, all right, so 5-5, let's see. So I'm like this, and I'm like this.
Yep.
Why do I want 2 5s?
Because you can roll 2 of your yellow dice. And as soon as you lock those in,
You give me back the
you
dice.
give back the white dice. Because you can't roll dice until engineering gives you power.
But if I roll and I like this one, can I give you back 1?
Yep, and you can keep working on what you're doing.
All right, so it's gonna be your 5-4, 2-1.
Yep. All right. Now the other things on the board. There's Space has always got obstacles. So we got asteroids and nebulas. If you run through run through or stop at an asteroid, you lose 2 of your shield dice off the display.
So if you have no shields,
Then nothing happens. You got 2 luck. If you run through a nebula, you lose 2 of your sensor dice off your display. All right. Which one? These you're not going to worry about because those are with the tractor beams. Tractor beams we haven't been running in the demo because it just adds an extra layer of complexity. You're trying to run a demo session like this.
I just want to say it's nice to meet you.
Sorry. Also, if you want to pull dice off your display, you can just clean wipe this thing and then start over from scratch for no power. If you want to pull 1 dice, you have to get a power. And then when you get that power, so if you want to reallocate shields, you get 1 power, that will let you pull 1 die off. You gotta give the power back to engineering, then they gotta redirect power back to you again. So do them all. Yeah, so like here, so if we had, say we had 2 dice and shields, and I want to move 1 to the side, I'd have to get 1 die to pull just a single one off, give that back to engineering, wait for another one to come back, allow me to roll this, and get that to there.
We've got that for 30 minutes.
Question.
And you only roll the number of dice?
You can only know the number of dice that he gives you. For each second. So if he gives you a 2 and a 1, you can be rolling both those at the same time.
So this is for, I mean, theoretically, you could play this with 12 people.
Theoretically, I think it's...
like 14 people.
Why, no. 1 station, 2 stations,
3,
4,
4,
5.
6. Play with 12 people.
Yeah. you theoretically do is most of them it's 3 to 4 is about the ideal number. Because if you run a 4th person, you have somebody capped in.
In the ship.
Yeah. So you were four on either side. So
what does a captain do?
Captain lets you guys all do what you need to do and kind of gives direction and help keep, because otherwise you got your homes guys trying to drive and roll dice and move ships around. So yeah. I mean, you can even play with 3 on a side, or 2 on a side, and then it gets really wonky trying to keep things together. But yeah, with 3 is a good number, 4 is a good number. Because like I say, 4 you can I could be standing up here and I say, okay, here we need to steer it this way.
So if we play with 8 people, do you recommend bringing these?
Yes, I would. If you're taking this home and playing it, I'd recommend playing with the tractor beam. Tractor beams. So tractor beams, they let you push and pull opponent ships. They bring in these crystals which give you certain power, one-time hit power-ups. Plus you can drop mines.
He plays by himself?
He goes, I believe, with the weapons guy.
No, but I mean, if there's a 4th player, would he just play this?
You'd either play that or you can have him run as a captain. You can move, I mean...
No, you wouldn't do this and this. You wouldn't run these 2.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Go for it. Oh, and when somebody launches a torpedo, everything stops. It's pencils down.
Oh no, I can only roll 1 third. Why do I want
You can start rolling 2 of your yellow dice.
You have to give me your dice back.
Power. You can lock them in, and as soon as you're ready to lock them in.
6.
And then give the 1 back.
Four. 5.
I don't want a 4.
I'm giving you them.
I don't take it.
Here, once you lock them in, give them back.
1. 3. No 3. 1.
Once you got them locked in, give those dice back.
4.
Once you lock something in, those dice go. You go back. As soon as you place a dice, it goes back. It's one-time use.
2. 4. 5.
No, you've already used 2. You can give those 2 back. Okay, I'm moving. So I just say I'm moving.
You just go ahead and do your move.
You done with the shields?
Yep, sorry.
You go another one forward turn. Yep.
5. 2. 5. What do you need? What do you need? Tell me what you need. 5. 3. 5. 1.
Hurry up,
5. 4.
We're in a firing solution. Hurry up, hurry up, get on.
1. Get another thing.
Give me a 5. Just turn around. Okay, moving. Well, we can fire. 1, 2. No, 1 and turn, and 1. Fire!
We got fire. So we got 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's got 15 shields on.
3 for range. 3 for range. He's got no jams. So, and we got 3 target locks. So that torpedo will hit.
No, do 1, knock out his shields, and
So
then
when you call it, you should call it, if you're firing, it's 1 torpedo or 2 torpedoes away. So you know.
I said 1.
Okay, so firing 1 torpedo. We clear that torpedo. Target locks, if he had any jams, those would come off. Then the torpedo's going to hit. He's got 3 shields, so it will not penetrate, but that will clear his shields. And then you guys go back to rolling dice.
Fire for a torpedo!
Well, you don't have any locks, you're not going to be able to hit it.
Twos.
Give me 5.
Twos. I need 2 twos. Actually, I'm going to clear all these. I need 4 twos.
1, 2.
Well, you got to lock that in before you start moving them.
They're out of range now.
Alright, you're going to lose 2 sensor dice because you just ran through a nebula. 2 of them.
What do you need? What numbers? 2s? 5s? Boyd, you got 2 5s there.
we will have.
What do you need?
Use another torpedo
On the
once.
website
Take.
this week.
I need 4s too. Give me 4s.
What up the note?
There.
First come, first served, signed copies. The game will be out in weeks now. Pre-order.
You know what, I'm range.
And then it'll be out in weeks.
It means that 6, we need more power.